Hi guys, welcome back to Secret Imposter, and in this video I'll be showing you how to make a PONG game in Scratch. Okay, so what we have to do first is make a sprite, and we all know where to get our sprites from. Yes, it is from your choose the sprite section. So I'm choosing button 2. Yes, I know it isn't much, but I'm gonna take it. And I also need a ball, so I'm taking this ball. And I need one more, which should be for the line. I need a line. Yes, I'm taking this one. Okay, so I want my line to be around this size. Okay, this is good. I'm using this instead of a paddle and this ball. So very simple. It's very simple to code a PONG game. So I'll have to make 2 parts for this video because I don't want it to be too long. If it's too long, I would make 2 parts for this video. If not, then we will just stick to 1 video. So let's get on with it. Okay, so what we gotta do first is our button. We have to make it move according to our mouse. So what we gotta do is we have to go into sensing. And as you can see, mouse X, so we have to take that. And then we're going to go into control. But don't forget when flag click, that's the most important thing. And then we have to go to an if statement. And also, don't forget a very important thing in coding is that you have to get the code right. And what happens if you get the code wrong? You wouldn't really want to do it after that because it won't work. So we go to a set x2. Okay, so set x2, mouse X, and we're gonna do that forever. So remove the if statement. Sorry guys. So we're gonna put a set x to mouse X forever. So as you can see, it just goes on and on whenever we want it to move. So what we want to do now is for the ball to move. So we go into the ball sprite. And it's very simple to make the ball move. So first thing is you need a when flag click block and a forever loop. So we're just going to put the forever loop right there. And then you take a if then statement and put it inside the forever loop. And then you take a touching what pointer? Well, we got changed it into touching edge. And then as you can see, nothing will happen because we didn't make it move yet. So what we have to do is we have to go into motion, and we have to put turn 15 degrees. No, we have to put turn 180 degrees, but make sure that it is in the if statement. So what we got to do now is we have to take a move 15 steps. So as you can see, it says 10 steps, but we got to put move 15 steps. Okay, so we still don't know why the ball is not working. Well, it's very simple. It's just that we did not give the code enough information to know what to do. So if you want to make it easier, we can just remove the if statement and remove the touching edge block. And we don't need this turn 100 degrees anymore. So we just keep move 15 steps, and we can just get rid of these. Let's just get rid of these. And yeah, so that's it. So what we need now is a very simple block. So we need to get a turn 15 degrees, and we have to make that 45. Put a move 15 step block inside the forever block, and also do not forget to put if on edge bounce block. So let's see if it works now. As you can see, it works, but it is not touching our paddle. So what we got to do now is we got to get an if statement. Okay, so what we got to do now is we got to make sure that the ball touches the paddle and bounces off. So we got to make another set of code. So we take a when flag click block, and we also need a forever loop and an if statement. So we just get that out there. Okay, so we got to put if touching paddle, which means right now is button 2. So let's go button 2. If touching button 2, turn 100 and move, or turn, let me. Okay, so what we gotta do is if touching button 2, we have to move 180 degrees to the right. So let's do that. So as you can see, move 180 degrees to the right, and we've also got to move 15 steps. Okay, so before we do that, we got to go in control and put wait 0.05 seconds. Okay, so now we got to put that inside the forever loop and take the forever loop and put it right below the when flag click block. And as you can see, it works perfectly fine now. But what we want it to do is even better. We don't want it to keep on bouncing forever. So first we got to add a variable. So we have to name that score. Okay, so let's name that score. And what we got to do is make it really simple. We have to put 2 variables. So we have to take set my variable and change my variable. So what we got to do now is very simple. So first we have to take my change my variable and put it inside the if statement, and we want it by 1, so we don't make it change my variable, we need to change score. Okay, and then we have to do something even better. So when flag clicked, you have to set our score to 0. Okay, so now we have that done. So now we gotta do something more simple. Okay, so what we gotta do is very simple. We create a new code. So we take when flag click and we put an if statement and a forever loop, which should be outside of the if statement, but must connect to the when flag click block. Take your stop all and put it inside of your if statement. And now we need to go sensing, and we have to put if touching line, we have to make sure that it stops all and that it changes set my score to 0. Let's see if it works. And as you can see, something else happened. Why? Well, it starts moving in a different direction now. Okay, so what we got to do now is we have to make sure that we have to set the score to 0 every time it touches the line, and as you can see, now it works. But why is it not changing the score to 0? Because if we put this inside of the if statement, it doesn't go in the correct way. So what we have to do is we take another when flag click, and we put when flag click if statement again, if touching button 2, change score by 1. Let's see if it works now. As you can see, it's still not working. It's because we haven't put our forever loop. Let's try and see if it works now. And as you can see, something is wrong. It is not hitting the ground. Okay, so what we want to do now is put change score by 1. So we want it to go in the top corner. And now as you can see, it works perfectly fine. And even if it touches the red line, it works perfectly fine. So we can just get rid of these. So that is just to help you to understand an easy way. But right now what we want to do is just have 3 codes. So that was to actually make it easier for you to understand that you cannot also put all in the same place. But that will help you if you're new. So right now what we're doing is we're putting everything into one code. So as you can see, it works perfectly fine. Now sometimes when you start it again, it may not work like how you want it to go. It could probably be bugs or something, so you gotta try it again, and as you can see, it works. Okay, so that would be all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new, and I'll see you again in the next video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.